Over the past handful of years, I used to think that Bills Mafia was a really cool fan base. I used to like have a lot of respect for them. How passionate they are, how they rally behind their team through thick and thin, all that good stuff you want to see in a fan base. Over the past few years, I've got to say I've lost a good amount of respect for them because there's too many isolated incidents that I've either experienced myself or seen with my own two eyes. We can start with last night, Sunday night's game with the Ravens. A fan came down to the nearly as close as they could to the field after the Ravens scored a touchdown. The fan went ahead and decided to hit DeAndre Hopkins in the helmet and then Lamar Jackson in the helmet, thinking that was okay. Lamar Jackson ended up shoving that fan back. Some people thought that Lamar should have gotten at least a fine for that. I think that's absolutely ridiculous because why the hell is there a fan rushing down to as close as they can to the field to make contact with an opposing player? For what? There's no rhyme or reason to do that. Now the fan has since been banned from all NFL stadiums indefinitely. I think they also need to pay attention to the person that decided to throw a plastic bottle at Derrick Henry when he ran for his touchdown. I think a lot of people didn't really see that or know that happened, but I did. I was watching the game. I saw someone throw a plastic bottle onto the field towards Derrick Henry's direction after he crossed the goal line. So that fan needs to also be investigated and possibly banned if need be, because again, that's just something you don't do. They know that going into the games, so that shouldn't be tolerated. This is a late example of why I've lost a lot of respect for Bills Mafia, because I can recall a few years back, I believe it was a playoff game against the Ravens and the Bills, and some fans decided to post some pictures of Lamar Jackson's face on a monkey's body. A lot of people retweeted and liked that like it was funny. So if you're bold enough to do that, that tells me all I need to know. And then my own personal experience when the Bills came to Baltimore, my friends and I were sitting next to a good amount of Bills fans, and with a few of them, it got pretty disrespectful. Like it was crossing the line, like to the point where it's like you didn't need to go there. You didn't keep it about football. You decided to make it more than what it was, and now we got a real issue. So I just gave you like 4 different examples, including Sunday night, of just stuff that I keep seeing. Now, one time, all right, coincidence. Second time, you can try to argue it's another coincidence that it's random, but it kind of loses its luster. But when you start getting to 3, 4 different incidents with the same fan base, it starts painting a picture for someone who's been paying attention to that fan base over the past few years. That's really the main thing here. Like the thing that took me over the edge was putting Lamar Jackson's face on a monkey's body. I don't understand how that's funny. You know what the racial meaning is behind that, because if you're blind to that or just choosing to be ignorant, that's a derogatory thing to do towards a person of color. For a long time, Black people who were enslaved, were called monkeys, gorillas, stuff like that. For people who may not know the history or are choosing to be oblivious to it or ignorant to it, that's blatant disrespect towards a person of color. So you went ahead and put Lamar Jackson's face on the monkey's body thinking that's funny. That's all I need to know about you. That's all I need to know about the fan base that was thinking that was funny and all that. So it's something to think about. I don't really have a lot of respect for Bills Mafia anymore, to be quite frank with you. But I really wanted to make sure that I had called out Bills Mafia for how sorry I think you are, and that I really have zero respect for you as a fan base now. It's so far gone from what I used to think of you.